Hey, what is up you guys? Chief Bones here, and today I'm bringing you yet another episode in my Journey to Max Town Hall 9 series, where I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me what to build and when to build it. So the first thing I want to start off talking about today is just my upgrades. So since I started recording this video, that Tesla on the top portion of the screen has finished, and that's now level 5, and then I've also got another Tesla in the works for level 5 also. I've got a wizard tower going to level 7, that's going to be maxed out, and then we'll just have one more after that. And would you look at that, everybody? I finally got a Christmas tree like a week and a half after Christmas. So I was really stoked when I woke up this morning and I found that. Also, since recording this video, I started a archer tower to level 10, so we're getting really close to maxing those out as well. And I'm really happy with the direction that my base is going. So anyway, let's start off today with the first raid. And today we're going to be mainly going for gold, because a lot of you have been asking for me to upgrade my Expos. So hopefully we can get a little bit of cash today to put towards that. So the first thing I noticed with this guy's base is that he has not a lot of buildings on the outside, so it's going to make getting the win a little harder. I'm going to speed it up real quick just now, because we're going to take out the Barbarian King, and that's one of the biggest tips I could give you guys is always, if you can, lure out the Barbarian King and Archer Queen if they're there, because once you get inside someone's base, they're going to make your life really hard. So also make sure when you drop your wall breakers, you just drop a couple troops or a giant or something like that, just to distract the defenses, so that way they can get in there and do their jobs. And then, well, I guess preferably just any troop with a decent amount of HP. So now we're inside this guy's base. We are going in there with our goblins. We're getting a pretty good amount of loot. Most of his loot was in the mines and the pumps. And my goblins kind of split up and went in directions I really didn't want them to go. And my giants didn't take out those splash damage buildings in time. So I'm just going to speed up the end of this because it's kind of boring. But we didn't make out too bad. We got 206,000 gold and 274,000 elixir and 15 trophies. We got 90%, so not too bad. And my troop composition is really designed to use the least amount of elixir possible. So moving on to the next raid. This guy has a ton of buildings on the outside of his base. You might actually be able to win if you just destroyed everything on the outside, but since we're going for a lot of gold, we're going to have to get on the inside of this guy's base because he does have most of his resources in there. So in this case, this guy's got most of his storage containers all grouped together there in the center. So we're definitely going to want to get in there and get that, but the first thing that we're going to have to do is take out some of these peripheral buildings on the outside, and he did have some clan castle troops, which kind of cost me a couple archers since he was using giants in his clan castle, because they take a little bit to take out. So again, we are sending our wall breakers in. We had some distraction troops already out there, but we are just blowing this guy's base apart. He only had level 5 walls, so you only need one wall breaker to do that. So I usually carry about 10 wall breakers with me. I feel like that's a really good amount to have on you in a raid. And when you're raiding a guy or a person with a lot of buildings on the outside like this, you really want to try to clear out the side. So that way your giants or any other troops aren't going to get distracted, because a big thing in raiding is that you want to keep your troops in the same general area, so that way you don't have people going around the outside attacking things that you really don't want them to attack. So when you're raiding, it's all about knowing how your troops move and knowing what each individual unit type goes for, and then helping that play towards your benefit. So I'm just going to speed up the last couple seconds here, and we got the win. We got a 55%. We got 256,000 gold and 98,000 elixir. So not a terrible raid. I would have liked a little bit more elixir to cover my troops' costs. But you know, since we're going for gold and upgrading those crossbows, I'm pretty happy with that result. So here we've got the third and final raid. This guy's kind of a mix of the past two raids. He's got a lot of buildings on the outside, which we're going to take out. We're going to take out that Barbarian King real quick, just like I do every time. And we are going to clear out one side. We're going to send our Giants in to distract, and then we're going to send our Wall Breakers in after that, just like we did before. And we had some spells this time. Normally I carry 2 healing spells and 2 rage spells because I feel like that really works best for me. But I would always recommend having some spells with you, just because, at least in higher level gameplay, they're really going to help you out in destroying someone's base and getting the max amount of resources that you possibly can. So I dropped 2 rage spells in this raid, I think, and then we also dropped a healing spell, and that kind of helped my goblins a little bit by that dark elixir storage. Stay alive to bust open that wall, but unfortunately they couldn't stay alive long enough, because once they went to take it out, that wizard tower just kind of went ham on them. But anyway, I'm going to speed up this last few seconds so you don't have to watch it again. And we came out alright. We got 191,000 gold, or around there, and then 368,000 elixir and 1,100 dark elixir, which is going to be really helpful in the future in upgrading my Barbarian King to level 10. So let's head back to base and talk about today, and then I'm going to let you guys go. So here we are. We've got about 2 million gold now, so only about 3 million off. So we still got quite a bit of ways to go, and hopefully by the end of the weekend or early next week, when I put out my next episode, we can go ahead and upgrade that crossbow. So hopefully, if there's anything you can take away from today, I would say, 1, always make sure you take those free buildings out, especially if you're going for the win, because it's just kind of stupid to not take them. They're gonna get you 1 or 2 extra percentage points, which in the end can really help you win a raid and be that deciding factor. Also, look for bases with bunched up storage containers, so that way when you do get in the middle, you can just spam some goblins or whatever else you're using in there and get those resources relatively easy. And then always look for bases with full mines and pumps, because that's really gonna help you in some cases when the mines and the pumps are all around the outside of the base, so you don't necessarily always have to go inside. And then also always take out the splash damage buildings, the wizard towers and the mortars, and not really the inferno towers, but since they do have their multiple beam, now it's important to take those buildings out, because when you're using tier 1 troops, it's going to be really difficult raiding someone if they have a good setup, taking out that person's base, because those splash damage buildings will just annihilate your troops. Also, just a real quick side note, I am going to be getting a new mic, hopefully the beginning of next week, so the sound quality of my videos will be improving. And because I know there's been a little bit of buzz in the background, hopefully it hasn't been too noticeable, and I thank you guys for bearing with me with that, but in the near future that's going to be a thing of the past. So also just make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to be entered in to win that $10 iTunes gift card and my 100 subscriber giveaway, because that still is going on. And then that's pretty much all I got for you today, guys. So as always, it's been a pleasure. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.